Hello students, welcome back to class. This is part 2 of chapter number 11, direct and inverse proportion. In last video introduction and 2 examples of exercise 11.1 we have discussed. Now next example number 3 we are going to do. What is example number 3? If the weight of 12 sheets of thick paper is 40 gram, and how many sheets of the same paper would weigh 2.5 kilograms? Now see, weight of 12 sheet. Weight of 12 sheet is 40 grams, and how many sheets of the same paper would weigh 2.5 kilogram? Means more weight, then more sheets we required. So this is case of direct proportion. If more sheets will be there, then more weight it will contain, and if less sheets are there, then weight will be less. As you will write, as sheet will be more, as sheets will be more, then weight will also, if number of sheets will increase, then their weight will increase. In this way you will write, number of sheets will increase, then weight of sheet will also increase. Now let us, number of sheet is denoted by x, and weight, this quantity is y will denote this quantity weight. You will draw one table. In this table you will write number of sheets, and then their weight. Let this weight we are denoting by y, and this number of sheets we are denoting with x. Number of sheets are 12, then corresponding weight of these 12 sheets are 12 gram. Then we need to find number of sheets whose weight is 2.5 kg. 2.5 kg. As number of sheets will increase, then their weight will also increase. So it is case of direct proportion. Number of sheets increase, then weight of sheet will also increase. So it is case of direct proportion. Direct proportion, that is x by y ratio will be constant. This number of sheets are 12 and it is 40 gram equals to x upon, convert this into improper form, 2 2s are 4 and 1, 5 by 2 kg. This 5 by 2 kg, then if I will convert into gram, then multiply it by 1000. It is 2 5s are 10, 500, 2500 gram. So this I can write 12 by, let us write on next, 12 by 40 gram equals to x upon 2500 gram. So using cross multiplication, this gram to gram will be cancelled. Using cross multiplication, don't cancel. 40 gram and this was 2500 gram. No. Using cross multiplication, it will be 40 into x is equals to 12 into 2500 gram. Then x is equals to 1200 into 25 by 40 gram. This also in gram. Then cancel with 4 3s are 12. X is equals to 25 3s are 75. Answer is, this gram to gram will be cancelled. Number of sheets are 750. What are number of sheets? Number of sheets are 750, whose weight is 204. A train is moving at a uniform speed of 75 km per hour. How far will it travel in 20 minutes? Find the time required to cover a distance of 250 km. Okay. A train is moving at a uniform speed. Speed is uniform. It's mean if more distance it will travel, then it will take more time. And if less distance it will travel, then it will take less time. Meaning is, this is case of direct proportion. So, how far will it travel in 20 minutes? 75 km in 1 hour. Let us tabulate this information. This you will write time and distance. How far will it go in 20 minutes? Okay, there you will write distance and time. This distance is 75 km in 1 hour. And how far will it travel? If we are denoting this distance travel using x quantity and this time with y quantity, then you can consider x1 distance is traveled in 20 minutes. And next, find the time required to cover a distance of 250 km. 250 km distance, and we need to find out its time. So, first of all, in this question you will identify whether this question is of direct proportion or inverse proportion. As speed is fixed, then if more distance this train has to travel, then it will take more time. And if less distance it will travel, then it will take less time. So this is case of direct proportion. In direct proportion, we know x by y ratio is constant. Right, 75 by 1 hour, it is x1 upon 20 minute. Convert this 1 hour into minute, it will be 60 minute. So, using cross multiplication, solve it will be 60 minute into x1 equals to 75 into 75 kilometer into 20 minute. This is in kilometer. Kilometer per hour. We can convert this minute to hour also. X1 equals to 75 kilometer into 20 by 60 minute. It will be 0 to 0 cancel, 2 1 2, 2 3 6, then 6 3 2 6, 3 5 15. X1 is equals to 25 kilometer. In 20 minutes, train will travel 25 kilometer distance. Train will cover 25 kilometer distance. What is next part? Next part is we need to find out time. Then 75 by, it is 1 hour kilometer equals to 250 kilometer by y1. Using cross multiplication, use cross multiplication to find out y1. It will be 75 into y1 equals to 250 into 1 hour. 1 hour, and this is kilometer. Y1 equals to 250 by 75. It will be kilometer to kilometer cancel, kilometer to kilometer cancel into 1 hour as it is. Cancel. Cancel it. 25 1 25, 25 3 25 3 75. Then y1 is equals to 10 by 3 hours. Or convert into minute, multiply it by 60, 20, answer is 200 minutes. This 250 kilometer distance will be traveled in 200 minutes. Next question. Next example, example number 5. The scale of a map is given as 1 ratio. This 30 lakh 3 crore. Two cities are 4 centimeter apart on the map. Find the actual distance between them. We need to find out this distance. This is scale of a map. It is measuring in this ratio. 1 ratio 3 into 10 raised to power 7. And we need to find out actual distance. Two cities are 4 centimeter apart from each other on map. Find out actual distance between them. Let us see how we can find out actual distance between them. Tabulate this information. You will write distance on map and actual distance. Distance on map and actual distance. Distance on map. In this way given 1 and this is actual distance. We can write 3 into 10 raised to power 7 and this is 4 centimeter apart. 4 centimeter, this is 1 centimeter distance in, and we need to find out actual distance on map. So if cities are more distance from each other, then their scale will be large, means on map also they will take long distance, and actually they will be more and more distant from each other. So this case is of direct proportion. In direct proportion you will write x by y ratio is constant, means this is in centimeter, distance in centimeter. It will be 1 by 3 into 10 raised to power 7 is equals to 4 by y1. Using cross multiplication, it will be y1 into is equals to 4 into 3 into 10 raised to power 7 centimeter. Answer is in centimeter. It is 12 into 10 raised to power centimeter. Now convert this centimeter into kilometer. 1 centimeter is equals to 1 by 100 meter. Now this 1 by 100 meter, 1 meter equals to 1 by 1000 kilometer. So it will be multiplied by 1000. 1 centimeter is equals to 1 upon 1 lakh, right? It is 12 into 1 upon 10 raised to power 7 upon 10 raised to power, this I can write 5. This answer is now in kilometer. You can write 12 into 10 raised to power 7 minus 5 kilometer. That is 12 into 10 raised to power 2. Answer is 1200 kilometer. Answer is 1200 kilometer. This 10 raised to power 7 by 10 raised to power 5 can be written as 10 raised to power 7 minus 5. A raised to power m divided by a raised to power n is equals to a raised to power m minus n. Using this law of exponent, we have done already. Hope you have understood this question. Answer is 1200. These two cities will be 1200. If distance on map is 4 centimeter, then actual distance between that two city is 1200 kilometer. Next is now exercise 11.1. Following are the car parking charges near a railway station up to 4 hours rupees 60, up to 8 hours rupees 100, 12 hours rupees 140 and 24 hours rupees 180. Check if the parking charge are in direct proportion to the parking time. We need to tell as number of hours are working, then in similar way this charge must be increased. Although maybe it is increasing, but we have to check whether these are in proportion. They should increase in definite proportion. A direct proportion meaning is just not to increase. One quantity is increasing, then side by side other quantity is also increasing. But that should be increased in direct proportion. In proportion, it should be increased. Let us see this 4 hours, then 60, then 8 hour, their time is double and their difference is of 40. Then next 4 hour, then there it is 140, then again difference is of 40. And now number of hours increased 12. These were in 4 hour and their charge is 40. These are not in direct proportion because as number of hour increased 4 to 12 means 12 hour difference is there and still charge is 40. So these are not in charges, time is not increasing in definite proportion according to this charge. Parking time is not in proportion with parking charge. So this is not example of direct proportion. These parking charge are not direct proportion to the parking time because as fixed number of charge is increasing but their number of hours are not according to this. First it was 4, then 4 and then suddenly it is 12 hours. So it is not in direct proportion. Next, what is next? A mixture of paint is prepared by mixing 1 part of red pigment, 1 part of red pigments and with 8 parts of base. This is parts of base. In the following table, find the parts of base that need to be added. Let us see what he want to say. Mixture of paint is prepared. This is mixture of paint. They need to prepare 1 part of red pigment and in this 8 part is of base. Now we need to tell if red pigments are 4, then what are the parts of base? If red pigments are 4, then what are parts of base? If red pigments are 12, then corresponding parts of base we have to tell, and similarly in this part. Let us see, as number of red pigments will increase, then parts of base will also increase. As parts of red pigment is increasing, then corresponding parts of base will increase. Then this is case of direct proportion. This is case of direct proportion. In direct proportion, if parts of pigments, let us consider this is denoting X and we are denoting this parts of base with Y. So we can write this parts of base Y1, Y2, Y3 and Y4. Then X by Y ratio will be constant. That is this 1 by 8, there we can write 1 by 8 is equals to 4 upon Y1. From there we can find out value of Y1 using cross multiplication. Y1 is equals to 8 4 ja 32. Corresponding parts will be 32 if red pigments are 4. Next also we can do in the same way. 1 by 8 equals to 7 by Y2. You can write this 4 upon Y1 and equals to 7 by Y2. But their Y1 value is 32, then it will be little bit lengthy for calculation. So I can write 1 by 8 because we know x1 by y1 equals to x2 by y2 equals to x3 by y3. Using cross multiplication, y2 is equals to 8 7 ja 56. So y2 is 56. Then calculate y3. 1 upon 8 equals to 12 by y3. Using cross multiplication, y3 equals to 96. 12 is a 96. Next, 1 upon 8 equals to 20 by y4. Using cross multiplication, y4 equals to 160. Base parts will be 160 if parts of red pigments are 20. You will see as parts of red pigments are increasing, then their parts of base is also increasing with them. Next question. What is next question? In question number 2 above, if one part of red pigment requires 75 ml of base, how much red pigment should we mix with 1800 ml of base? This was red pigment. What he is saying, red pigment and their part of base. Part of base. If one part of red pigment is requires 75 ml of base, then how many red pigments requires 1800 ml of base? We can find out 1 upon 75 ml. Consider this is x1 equals to x1 upon 1800 ml. This ml to ml will be cancelled. Using cross multiplication, x1 equals to 1800 by 75. Cancel with 5. 5 and 5 and 5 5s are 25. 5 3s are 15. 15 then 3. 5 6 are 30. 0 as it is. Cancel with 15. 15 2s are 15 1s are 15. 15 2s are 30. Let us cancel there. It is 360 upon 15. 15 1s are 15. 15 2s are 30. And 15 4s are 60. Answer is 24 red pigments are 24 red pigments requires 1800 ml of base paint. Question number 4. What is question number 4? A machine in a soft drink factory fills 840 bottles in 6 hours. How many bottles will it fill in 5 hours? See, try to identify whether it is direct proportion or inverse proportion. A machine in a soft drink factory fills 840 bottles in 6 hours. Then how many bottles will it fill in 5 hours? If time is less, then less bottle this machine will fill. If more time, more bottle will be filled. If time is less, then less bottle will be filled. So this is case of direct proportion. So let us tabulate this information. You will write number of bottles and time. Number of bottles, 840 bottles fills in 6 hours, and how many bottles will it fill in 5 hours? In 5 hours. So you have to write before this that as the number of bottle will increase, time will increase, and if time we are decreasing, the number of bottle will be decreased. So this is case of direct proportion, and in direct proportion we are writing this x1. If we are denoting number of bottle with x and time with this quantity y, then x by y is equals to k. X by y ratio will be constant. 840 upon 6 hours equals to x1 upon 5 hours. Hours to hour cancel. Using cross multiplication, 6 into x1 is equals to 840 into 5 bottles. Then x1 equals to 840 into 5 by 6. Cancel with 6. 6 1 ja 6. 6 4 ja 24. And 0 as it is. And 14 7 ja 14 5 ja 70 into this 0 as it is. X1 is 700. X1 is 700. So how many bottle will be filled in 5 hours? 700 bottle. Less time, then less bottle will be filled, and more time, more bottles will be filled. Next question. Okay. In next video, after this question number 4, from 5 to next, we will do. Hope you have understood this questions. Thank you.